Welcome back to Strawberry Fox. Today I'm going to be making some resin letters and I'll be using alcohol inks to colour the resin. So as you can see, I've mixed up my resin here. It is 2 parts. The first part is A and the second part is B, and they're in equal ratio, so 1:1 ratio. And I've just poured my mixed resin into the letter K. As you can see, I'm now adding some pink glitter and I'm just mixing that round. So hopefully this will make the glitter incorporated throughout the whole of the letter. And I have noticed with my previous use of glitter that it can sink to the bottom. So now I've gone in with this pink colour. I didn't quite realise it would be such a hot pink colour. It's like magenta. So I added some white in hopes to cool it down a bit, but no use there. And I have also heard that if you add white, it helps the ink sink. So I've done that as well. And I did just add a little bit more resin over the top, just to make sure the mould was full. I have been going around with a toothpick as well, so this swirls the resin but also hopefully helps incorporate it to the edges and get less bubbles. Now I've just added some clear resin into the M and I'm going around with the toothpick once more to make sure it's in all of the corners. I have noticed that with clear resin you do see bubbles a lot more, but since filming this I have got a heat gun, so hopefully that will help pop some. So I've just put some white glitter into the letter M and then I am stirring it around once again to try and get it incorporated. I think I need to learn more about how much glitter to use and just experiment with that a bit more, because I feel like the M maybe needed a little bit more glitter, but I think the K was alright in the end. So I've just added a little bit more resin and now I'm adding black ink, and then I go ahead and put white ink on the top. And I really love this effect. I've swirled it around with the cocktail stick once more and it just looks so moody. So I'm excited to see how this one turns out. And then I'm just topping it up again with resin, just to make sure the mould is full. And then I'll move on to my next letter, which is the letter C. So I'm just putting in my clear resin once again. And then I'm just going to go around and make sure it's got into all of the nooks and crannies. And then for this letter, I actually decided to do something a little bit different. So I put rose gold foil in, which you'll see now. And then I went in and did half of it pink and then half of it clear. So my thoughts here were just to see what will the rose gold foil look like with the alcohol ink in at the same time. Obviously I know it's not going to look rose gold anymore because it'll be pink, but I just thought it'd be nice to have a little experiment and see what happens. We're on to the D mould, so let's see how it went. So the first one I'm taking out is the letter K. These might be a bit soft because I don't know if I've left them to cure for long enough. But as we can see, it has worked quite nicely. You can see the pink, you can see the glitter and the white, so it's everything I wanted. And it's also a little bit translucent still, so it's perfect. I will show you a close-up of these at the end. I am going in with the C, and like I said, the resin was still a bit soft, which you can see here. I'm struggling to get it out of the mould. With this one, I said I wanted to see what the rose gold flakes would look like on the pink alcohol inks. So I've straightened it out on the floor and there we go, that is what it looks like. So you can still see the rose gold flakes. Obviously it looks better in the clear, but it does give an interesting effect, and it's just something to think about for the future. And now, last but not least, I think this one turned out the best. This was the M. So remember, it had black alcohol ink and white alcohol ink, and it was white glitter as well and just swirled around. So what has upset me a little bit, can you just see there's a streak on the left hand side of the M? I don't know how that's happened. I'm assuming it's something to do with the cocktail stick. I think as well I'm just using cheap alcohol ink off Amazon. So I've heard Pinata is a good brand to use, so I think in the future maybe I'll try and buy that. But here we are, here's the close-ups of the other letters. So here's the K. As you can see, the glitter's dispersed very nicely through the letter K. It did have that streak as well. I think it might be something to do with my alcohol ink. So here's a close-up of the letter C. I really like how the alcohol ink gives that swirly effect as it is being like solidified as the resin is hardening. That is the end of today's video. It was a nice and quick one. I hope you all enjoyed it. And next week I'll bring out something else. I'd really like to experiment more with using the alcohol inks. I have got some flowers and some other pieces in now, as well as other crafts as well. So let me know in the comments what you'd like me to produce. I did go ahead and sand all these down, so I can just see that there's some rough edges on that that just got sanded away. Leave a like if you liked this video. If you like this sort of quicker content, let me know, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.